Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. I'm a proud American from my birth to the grave. 47's the top, took a bullet for all. Didn't flinch, didn't run, still they answer the call. And we say, hang tight, hang tight, hang tight. Officer Danger, hang tight, hang tight, hang tight. Officer Danger.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Off Statement Show. We got a bunch of things I want to cover today. First of all, I want to say I appreciate every single person that come on live. I love you guys. Thank you so much for always supporting me. It does not go unseen. I want to talk about this UnitedHealthcare worker, not healthcare worker, but the healthcare CEO, and just briefly describe what has gone on, what has transpired, and how crazy this story has become. I mean, this is like a Dateline episode. Like, who did it? Was it his wife? Was it a disgruntled person that they did a dirty deal against in the UnitedHealthcare system? Was it a person who ordered a hit on the guy? I mean, was it something he was doing behind the scenes that nobody knows about? It has nothing to do with UnitedHealthcare? Was somebody trying to throw him off with the shell casings that were encrypted, or not encrypted, but engraved? There's a whole bunch of different things and a whole bunch of different options here, and we're going to explore a few of them. So therefore, for those of you who may not be aware of it, on December the 5th, and I was actually supposed to be in New York on that day. I was supposed to go on an important podcast, and it did not manifest. So I ended up not going and canceling my flight. That would have been interesting for me to be there. Not that I wanted to get involved at any point. But the CEO on December the 5th, his name is Brian Thompson. He was walking from one hotel to the hotel that I believe that he was staying in on a business trip, and it appears that a gunman emerged from between two cars that had been sitting there stalking him, waiting for the opportunity to pounce, for lack of better terms, and ended up gunning him down. It appears that he first shot him in the back, and then he shot him in his lower body, and then he finished the deal and ran off. Got on a scooter of some sort. I don't know, it was an e-bike or something, and rode off into Central Park, and they have no idea where this guy's at. What does this mean? It means, ladies and gentlemen, that you're dealing with what I think is a person who is a professional, or a person who is so upset that they premeditated this through research and all kinds of other stuff to make it as smooth as possible. And one reason that I say that is because you see that the person had a suppressor on the end of the gun. If it's somebody that's acting in a sheer sense of rage, blind rage, that person is not thinking about shell casings. The person is not thinking about whether it's a suppressor on the gun. The person is not thinking about an entry or exit or nothing. They have nervous tendencies, all of the above. But since the person had seemed to have a lot of tactical efforts, it makes me believe that this person was probably a hitman. All right. So let's get to a few things. We got a couple videos that I want to play. One is to discuss the nature of the left. They are supposed to be the more high ground folk. And what are they doing? Online in the comment section, they're saying, we're glad he gone. We're glad that he got killed. My opinion of it is that I don't know who this guy is. I have no idea if he's the bad guy or not. I don't know if he took over the company and it was a bad company to start with, and he just got caught on the tail end of it. One thing that has emerged is that he sold $15 million in stock before it was revealed that they were being investigated by Congress. And there was an investigation into their dealings, the way they operate, and he sold $15 million worth of stock. To me, that's mean that you got something to do with something. Somebody doing some insider trading, which is illegal. The second controversy, which could have led to some of these comments, which I think the comments are still unacceptable, is that UnitedHealthcare, their denial of claims. So you put your money in the healthcare system, you pay all this money every single month, you have a catastrophic injury or something like that that happened to you, or a parent, or a kid is in the hospital and they need to be they need this stuff to get paid. You have insurance. They promised you, whatever the case may be, and they deny claims. And people feel some type of way about that. I'm not shocked. I'd be mad, just like anybody else. But does that result in hiring a hitman to go take out the CEO of the company? Now, if in fact that's what people's gripe is, this guy's a dirtbag, he's evil, he's manipulating claims against people in order to enrich himself and others. They were being investigated, which will be uncovered that they did all this nefarious stuff and blew hundreds of millions of dollars of people's money. And they're going to go bottom up, belly up is what they call it. And he sold his stock and tried to escape to the Bahamas. And somebody said, the devil is a lie. You ain't finna get away with this one. You dirty dog. And they did what they did. I don't know. That could be the case. But I wanted to play this because to me, the leftist hypocrisy in this situation is asinine. Roll the clip.
CNN has obtained new surveillance video from the fatal shooting of the UnitedHealthcare CEO. And we do want to warn you that the video is, of course, disturbing.
CNN Bryn Gingras joins us. Bryn, take us through this video.
Yeah, Phil and Brianna. So we are only showing a few seconds of this video that CNN obtained, obviously, because it is very alarming to watch. Essentially, what we see in that video is the CEO, UnitedHealthcare, Brian Thompson, walking toward the hotel here behind me, and behind him comes the suspected gunman that police are still searching for. So you could see how he approaches Thompson from the back. Before then, where we freeze the video, he fires those shots at Thompson. What you do not see from these 5 seconds, and I can tell you, is that we also see someone sort of running the opposite direction. So that is something, of course, that police are going to be looking into in this video, breaking it down frame by frame by frame to kind of figure out who might have witnessed this. They, of course, are going to want to talk to anyone who might have witnessed this. Again, it happened at the really front step of this entrance of this hotel, so there's possible some security there as well. And then, of course, follow the path of that gunman. As we already have learned, he flees from the scene, going down a back alley behind a theater.
All right. Perfect timing. So as you can see, that a lot of people were critical of this particular CEO and critical of UnitedHealthcare. Now, if this healthcare company is screwing people over, look, bro, you reap what you sow. That's all I'm saying. I'm not advocating. I'm not saying he deserved it. That's up to God. But if you, as a business owner, have the intent to defraud good, hardworking people in order to enrich yourself and your shareholders, can you really be mad at the end of the day? When you up under that gunfire, are you really gonna lay there and say, you know what, I didn't deserve this? Are you gonna look in the mirror and say, I had it coming? Once the American people find out what dirt we've been doing, I'm glad this is the worst I got. So I'm not saying that that's the case. I told my wife is like, yeah, that's what a dirtbag. And I said, I don't know what this guy is. I don't know if he's a subject of it or he's a victim himself. I don't really know. But what I do know is the person had the intent to do damage. Okay. Do we have the video footage of the situation? Let's pull it up on the screen because I want to walk through this with you from a police perspective, from a former law enforcement officer, tactical SWAT team operator, from my response, what I saw and why I believe that this is definitely somebody that hired somebody else, right? I don't think necessarily, I'm that line in the middle right there. I don't know what that is. So roll the clip. Pause it. So somebody who is untrained, they're operating with a sense of fervor, anger, disposition. They would probably, more than likely, not be aiming a weapon with a suppressor on it, right? Your first thought is not to slowly, calmly do this and boom, 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 boom. Your thing is boom, 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 boom. And when a person is doing it in the heat of passion, they're aggressively mowing somebody down, right? They're just firing as many as they can. They stand over the top of the guy and boom, 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 boom while they're over the top of them. That to me is a heat of passion. That to me is a close individual person having a feeling towards the individual that he's taking out. Somebody that's calm and collected like this guy seems to be. It seems that he's a professional and he has no dog in the fight. He's just taking care of a job that he was assigned to do. Now, continue. So as you see, he's discharging, but he's also racking. Now, when I first watched this, I figured that maybe here, let me do this. I'm gonna cover the guy here. Play the clip. So you can't see it, nothing there. All right, pause it. So if you can watch the man here, I covered him up so y'all can't see it. If you can see him, at first I thought he was discharging, rack, catching the rounds, right? Because sometimes it depends on what kind of, I don't know what gun he had, but I'm like, if he had a suppressor on the gun that had shells in it or something of that nature, or he had a shell catch or something on the gun, he can fire it, the shell drop out in his hand and he rack it. I don't know. It depends on the mechanism of the gun. Normally it just go out the ejection port and that's it. So initially I thought he was just racking after each one, racking after each one, racking after each one. But it appears that what happens is the first shot it jammed and he cleared the malfunction. It shoots again, it was jamming again, cleared the malfunction, and obviously he finished what he started. So like I said, initially I thought the guy was methodically firing and charging it, but it actually jammed. Now, someone with tactical gun experience knows that when it jams, they know how to fix a malfunction under pressure. And so this guy, while walking, bang, didn't even stop, didn't even look, didn't do nothing. He just cleared the malfunction. It did it again. He cleared it. He didn't stop. He didn't look at the gun. He wasn't confused. He was very well trained person with firearms. So that makes me believe that this was a person who was ordered to do a hit. Now, NYPD is still looking for this person. I think we got a clip of the suspect's face, don't we? Yeah. So let's play the clip of the suspect's face real quick. And while we're preparing that clip, I want to read to you guys what was on the ammunition. It says investigators recovered 3 live 9mm rounds, which was probably the ones he ejected, and 3 discharge casings at the scene. Some of these had the words deny, defend, depose engraved on them. So obviously the person is either trying to divert police out of what really happened, or the person is trying to make an example, if that makes sense. The person's trying to make a statement with the rounds, or they're trying to make you think about the rounds when it's about something else. Wrote a clip because they think they got a picture of his face.
To get you up to date on the story, of course, that we have been following since yesterday morning at about 6:45. An update now, the latest, what we have on the murder of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Here's what we know. Here's what's new. The suspect may have left a message behind on the bullet casings at the scene. So the Associated Press has some sources that are saying that the words deny, depose, and defend were written on the live rounds and the casings that were left behind at the scene. Brian Thompson, of course, fatally shot in Midtown Manhattan near the Hilton
Can you fast
Hotel.
forward to his face? So allegedly, they think it's this guy. Now, there's some people on the internet saying that it's definitely not him, and they're going to get their sock suit off because this person is not the hitman or alleged hitman. But if he is, and you know who this person is, you need to report him. The hotline is at the very top. Crime Stoppers, 1-800-577-8477 or 1-800-577-TIPS. If you know who this person is or you can identify him. If this your baby daddy, it will behoove you to call in on him, all right? Because if the SWAT team have to come to your house, they're going to knock the door down and everybody getting pepper sprayed. So if this somebody you know, you better start snitching. Because somebody that's a CEO of a Fortune 500 company is probably going to get a fair investigation, right? If somebody do you like this in the street, nobody will care, right? So But when you're the CEO of a company and you're worth millions of dollars, they somehow find the resources to find these people and get cameras from every angle known to Jesus Christ. But if you're just a regular black man or white man, I was saying black man because most of the time it happened to black men at the hands of other black men. But somehow they ain't gonna find the resources. Anyway, let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you guys think that this is like, what do you think? A is definitely a hitman that somebody hired to do this. B is it's a person that's disgruntled because they had a direct connection with UnitedHealthcare and they did this. C is his wife. No. Let's do a few because there's a couple here. This is a series. You got those options. Then the C is he done something to his wife and she want to get rid of him. The D is that he know it's all finna go down. His life is over, as you know. He's gonna spend the rest of his life in prison. He sold his stock for his wife to take it, and he's worth more gone than alive. And so mutually created, he orders a person to hit him so he can get the life insurance to give to his wife because he finna lose it all. UnitedHealthcare is going under investigation. They're going to find out so much fraud and stuff happened, allegedly, and just hypothetically. They're going to find out so much fraud that going on. He sold $15 million worth of stock before this investigation was announced. He's finna go all out, right? But instead of jumping out the 15th floor, or instead of, letting the tailpipe pump out carbon dioxide in your garage, like some people be doing, or whatever other means people do to take their own life. When you're rich, you say, I got to make this look like a murder so you can get the life insurance policy. That's probably worth $10 million. Because I'm finna do the rest of my life in prison. I can't give you no money. And then they going to garnish my funds and do all this other stuff. Do you think it's D, the last one I said? Which one do y'all think it is? You think it's hitman, a disgruntled person, wifey, or self-inflicted because everything finna go to crap and he's worth more in the grave than he is alive? Let me know which one y'all think it is. Somebody said E, none of the above. Okay. All right, let's go to the other topic. Young lady, which is a mayor, which I don't know how this lady is ever a mayor. Pull up the clip. Mayor Tiffany, what is it? Henyard. Tiffany Henyard. She loses it and goes on a rampage after she did not have an opportunity to defraud the city any longer as the mayor. I don't know if you guys remember this chick, but she, in a little old town of like 25,000 people or less. I don't know how many people. Look it up for me. How many people is in that little town? I mean, the town could be like 1,200 people. This ghetto, dirty woman was taking all this taxpayer dollar, flying, living lavishly, spending it, doing all kind of stuff. Look at her. She looked like she ghetto. Because you could take that dog out of the ghetto. We can't take that ghetto out the dog. And she got caught doing it. And her excuse is 20,000 people live in this town. How much did she defraud the city for? Or she allegedly defrauded the city. I think it was like $100,000, $1 million or something. I think it was $1 million. We'll see. Nick is putting it up for me. This woman in a town of 20,000 people defrauded the city for like $1 million on like lavish trips and events and all kind of stupid stuff. And so she had controversy even going into this re-election period. But I'm gonna read a few things to you guys so you know what the controversy is. Then we'll play the clip. Is this a news clip or is this something else? This is her reaction to losing. Oh, okay. We'll play her react. This is her reaction to losing. How much money did she steal? Okay, roll her clip real quick and we'll get to the money. Roll it.
Let the people come in. Let them come in. Let the people come in to vote.
Freely Norwood, the motion has been seconded. All in favor of the Napoleon Harris slate being nominated for the April 1st consolidated.
I nominate myself.
So, I don't know how much longer that clip is. You can see that everybody in here don't like her. Now, I looked it up real quick. It says a day after the report of the probe into the village finances found that South Suburb Dalton is more than $3.5 million in the red. Mayor Tiffany, the lady you see up there, the ghetto weave wearing, strip club going, whatever she be doing, who is accused of misusing taxpayer money, is nowhere to be found. So a little town of 20,000 people is in debt $3.6 million. And some people believe that she spent way more than that. It says the last time, I think this is a quote from her. No, this is something else. It said, last time I received the bank statement was in September of last year, and we were $7 million in debt at that time. Norwood said at the time, which Norwood must be an investigator or a city leader. So at the current moment, we're saying, hey, where's the bank statements? With credit card spending out of control and receipts from credit card purchases rarely provided, Lightfoot further uncovered, Lori Lightfoot was also investigating this fool, uncovered spending that doesn't add up. The report showed that $40,000 spent on Amazon purchases in one day. Money was unaccounted for. It goes on. It says one officer made $100,000 in overtime alone in fiscal year 2023 and $114,000 in fiscal year 2024, up against a regular pay of $72,000 a year in 2023 and $87,000 in 2024. It said the other officer racked up $87,000 in overtime in 2023 and $100,000 in overtime in 2024 against their regular salary of $55,000 and $73,000. Oh, Jesus of Nazareth. Can you believe that people can do this to their own? Put the lady up on the screen. We got another clip. Roll it.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Y'all black. Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves.
Dalton's difficulties got worse in recent weeks with water main breaks. Henyard blames on trustee budget cuts. Then 4 people were shot and injured last week, leaving nerves frayed, and Henyard's opponents pointing out her sizable security detail.
It's unfortunate that politics are being played, but what has happened is $1 million out of my budget has been cut because of politics.
Y'all forget I am the leader. They want to hear from the mayor. If y'all ain't learned that yet. The mayor, not the trustees that don't do nothing, that only run their mouth. Y'all don't do no work.
Tiffany Henyard considers herself something of a crusader, but one who's clearly annoyed by questions from a rebellious group of Dalton trustees who are in a standoff with her over spending.
At the end of the day, vendors are not being paid. Board approved it. The vendors are not being paid.
How about you be a good leader, bring RFPs to the forefront, so not just us, but the residents and everybody else in America know how the money is being spent.
WGN Investigates has cataloged tens of thousands of taxpayer dollars spent on trips, meals, and more by Tiffany Henyard and her allies in Dalton and on the Thornton Township Board, where she's the supervisor. Township credit card records show Henyard and other officials spent more than $67,000 on trips to Portland, Austin, Atlanta, and New York City. Many of the flights were first class. So were the accommodations. In Atlanta, Henyard and her team stayed at the Four Seasons Hotel, costing taxpayers more than $9,000. In New York, the bill came to $13,000. Henyard has refused to explain the specific purpose of the trips or why they travel in such style.
Can you believe this woman? Can you believe 20,000 people live in this city? 20,000 people live in this city. And this woman is spending money like she Elon Musk. I mean, I'm shocked she wasn't flying private. Unbelievable, man. And so I think that lady Norwood is who they replaced her with. They ended up voting unanimously to put that other person in. We got another clip about it, don't we? Which part of it is the news clip?
Actually, no, we have her statement before the election saying she would win in a Donald Trump-style landslide.
Oh, we know that's not. What's that last clip on February the 7th?
Oh, no, that's the one we just...
That's the one we played. Okay. All right, cool. I think that I slapped that dead horse over the head a few times already. Let's get to another clip. We didn't get a chance to talk about this. Let's go to John Fetterman. So John Fetterman, who is just as bad as Joe Biden, which the guy may have a good heart, man, but he dressed like a slob, and like he clearly is suffering from the mental damages of having a stroke. And like, how is he still in office? Anyway, this is him on The View, and he pretty much made mention that Donald Trump should be pardoned as well after Joe Biden pardoned his son, Hunter Biden. Wrote a clip.
A lot of people are angry with him about it. What do you say?
Oh, well, I think it's undeniable that the case against Hunter Biden was really politically motivated, but I also think it's true that the trial in New York for Trump that was political as well too. Now it's that, and in both cases, I think a pardon is appropriate, and I really think collectively, America's confidence in these kinds of institutions have been damaged by these kinds of cases, and we cannot allow these kinds of institutions to be weaponized against our political opponents. And it's very clear both trials were politically motivated and weaponized that on the other side.
They'll say that about the J6 people too, though, right? That's what they're going to say on the other side, that is weaponized also.
I'm not referring to that. I'm talking about the New York trial. And now the Democrats on our side there were some that were gleeful, calling it like, now he's a convicted felon and those things. And now for our party, we were talking about criminal justice, and we are now talking about second chances. And now all of a sudden now you're like, well, he's a convicted felon and all these things. And now clearly, again, both of those trials, the Hunter Biden one and the trial in New York for Trump, that was politically motivated. And those kinds of charges would have never been brought unless one side they realize that they could weaponize that.
Hold on. The stroke messed him up. His brain still ain't functioning right. God bless him. But you wrong, sir. You completely wrong. These are not the same. Donald Trump, they had to obscure, what do they call him? I forget the term. It escaped my mind right now. But statute of limitations is what I was trying to say. They had to obscure statute of limitations. They have to recreate certain things. For instance, when Donald Trump supposedly made these payments, the Stormy Daniels and all that other stuff, they had to literally come up with another charge to make it a felony because it had already expired statute of limitations. So they say if he done these things to conceal another crime, it's a felony. They don't have to define what the other crime was. They didn't have to unanimously select what the crime was. There wasn't even a jury instructions. They had to just come up with any other crime that he could possibly be concealing to make it a felony because it had already passed the statute of limitations. They couldn't have charged him for what they claim he actually did, the process of payments and manipulation of money. They couldn't charge him. It was too late. But they added extra stuff to try to get him in that position. When you go, DAs were elected, funded with the goal to prosecute Donald Trump before they ever investigate anything. We're going to go get him. Well, there's no investigation. That means that you're going to try to find something to get him on, and that's why it was weaponized and it was politicized. Hunter Biden, I mean, you throw a rock at any paperwork in the government and you'll see Hunter Biden and Joe Biden's name on it in a fraudulent sense. Joe Biden literally did a quid pro quo in front of the whole world by saying he was going to deny loan guarantees of $1 billion to Ukraine if they didn't fire the prosecutor that was investigating Burisma, which is the company that his son was on the board of. And we all know that was fraudulent. But he said, if y'all don't eliminate this prosecution of that company, we're not going to give you $1 billion. It wasn't $1 million. It was $1 billion. I'm sorry if I misspoke and said $1 million. $1 billion of loan guarantees. He said that in front of the world. That's enough to investigate. Hunter Biden had a laptop that popped up where he's literally snorting coke off prostitutes and doing all kind of stuff. Doing all kind of stuff on the laptop, which was public. And when they go and look into the laptop, they see all kind of incriminating things. So his investigation was easy. But I told y'all this yesterday, and I know this to be the truth, is that this was all a ploy anyway. Hunter Biden had already done things they shouldn't have done. They diverted attention away from Joe Biden to put it on Hunter Biden because they knew if they convicted Hunter Biden of some stuff, it'll make the government look impartial because they did it to Trump. Oh, but also they did it to Joe Biden's son. So see, it's impartial. But the whole time they wanted to do this so that there could be no double jeopardy. And then they knew that Biden was going to pardon him. And so that's what they did anyway. So it never was going to be a fair justice system to start with. However, let's go on to finish this clip. Was that the end of it? All right, good. So, but Fetterman is wrong, and they are wrong. I think Donald Trump should pardon the J6ers. Why not? If many of man, if they didn't touch a police officer, all of them should get pardoned, and they should get restitution, because none of them should have been in jail as long as they've been in jail, especially if you didn't assault nobody. It's ridiculous if people were in jail because they planned on going into the Capitol building. That's stupid to me. It was a trespassing. That's pretty much what it was. It was a trespassing. Now, for those who put their hands on a police officer, you should be charged with assaulting a police officer. And whatever time comes with that, that's fair. That's what time you should get. And I feel like they've been in there for 4 years. I mean, you wouldn't get 4 years from fighting a police officer at any point unless you killed them. And so I think they've served their time. Trump should let them out. And I don't want to hear nothing from the left because he let his son off, so Trump got fair game. All right, I want to tell you guys about something real quick before I go to the next story. You do not want to miss this. It's a movie called Homestead by Angel Studios. This is the craziest movie. And I have access to the movie, but I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to wait to watch it with my family. So I only seen the trailer. This movie looks like the coldest movie that I've ever seen come out yet. And you can look at a little bit of the preview in the B-roll in the background. It's kind of like an Armageddon end of time thing, right? And so it's a survival of the fittest. I don't want to tell the whole plot, but they go into a homestead, and of course, they are securing their family, securing their crops and stuff, and other people trying to get in, and it's a controversy. So you got to go see this thing. Pre-order your tickets now. However, for those of you who are on right now and you didn't jump off on this, this is the part that you really want to see. Is this freaking giveaway, all right? I'm finna do something big on this. I don't know about y'all, but I want to get entered to win on this freaking giveaway. So if you pre-order tickets, you get entered to this giveaway. Now, obviously, you don't have to pay to get in the giveaway, all that other stuff. You'll see the legal notes here. We'll put it up there for you because it's a raffle. You don't have to pay to enter at all. But this is the way you get entries, okay? So you look up here and you get the tickets. Just say you get 30 tickets. That'll cost you $300. It's $10 a ticket. You'll get 120 entries. And what are you entering to win is the question. Now, let me tell you what I'm finna do, and then I'm going to tell you what you need to do. I'm finna go and order 200 tickets because I want to get 800 entries in this because I want to win this stuff. So I'm going to get 200 tickets, and I'm going to give away 200 spots for free. I'll let you know the details of that coming soon. I'm gonna try to get a movie theater here in Arizona, and I'm gonna give away the whole theater for free. And then I'm gonna give away the rest of the tickets to anybody else in the country. And you have the tickets to go and pre-order to get it's free to it would be free to you, but you can go and get a spot at the movie theater. All right. But this is the stuff you win though. It's insane. I don't even know how they're doing this. So you can get a little tiny house right here in the corner that's worth $140,000. You can get a Polaris. You're gonna get one of these e-bikes and a Bitcoin. When they first did this Bitcoin giveaway, I think it was at $90,000 a share. It's like $100,000 a share. That's worth $100,000. Getting a Bitcoin, and then you go down. You obviously get meals. You get a greenhouse. You get some of these gallon tanks for clean water, solar panels, all your fire starting kit. I mean, everything you can think about. Eyewear. You get it was something else on here that I thought was insane. You get a little watch. You get the mask here. I've been wanting to buy this forever. To the left is those MRA masks. And when it hit the fan, you're going to want something that can protect you from a chemical agent. Socks, ear pro, kits to clean your you-know-whats and your you-know-whos. I mean, there's so much stuff you get. It's worth about $300,000 in total. But you put your entries in by getting tickets. I'm going to finish it with this. The link will be in the description section. And it's also pinned in the chat. It's angel.com/Tatum. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get about 200 tickets. I may even do more. It just depends because I want the entries. And I'm going to give them away for free. But those of you who end up getting a free ticket, get it for somebody else for a holiday if you already got a free ticket. If not, I would say get as many entries as you can and you can afford. Because, bruh, whoever win this, I'm going to be so jealous. I ain't going to even lie, bro. This is the craziest stuff. You get so many different things. And I've been having dreams about this. That's good, Nick. I've been having dreams about this, no lie. I've been thinking, like, what happens if it all come crashing down? I've been looking at land, everything. You know, you got to be high. You want to be high, have the high ground. I've been really thinking about this, man. So maybe I can attract this giveaway if I can get so many entries in it. But go give it a try. Go see the movie. It comes out in theaters. I think it's the 20th. You got to see it, man. It's going to be so great. I'm so excited about this. As y'all can tell, I almost want to do the whole show about this giveaway. But y'all go on and hit it. Get it while you can. Dang, I hope I win. Anyway, there was another video that we had of what's her name? What was the other one? We had another lady. Let's go to Jones real quick. Somebody said, "Where's the house at?" I know it's a mini house. So I think the way the mini house works, they'll deliver it to you. So they're not gonna have the house somewhere. They're gonna deliver you this mini house that they put together. The way they do the house, they could probably put it on a trailer and then drop it off to you. I'm telling you, if I win, I'm gonna go crazy. Somebody said they didn't. I know, man. That Bitcoin giveaway could be insane, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That Bitcoin thing is probably the biggest one because Bitcoin. I'm not a financial advisor or nothing. Bitcoin was a penny stock like 10 years ago. Pennies. Then it became a dollar stock, right? Then a few dollars. That thing used to be like $2 a Bitcoin. If you got 45 Bitcoins, they're worth $100,000 now. You be millions of dollars. So the way Bitcoin has been going up, you win that thing just for the Bitcoin, bro. It's $100,000 right there. You can sell a Bitcoin. Put $100,000 in your pocket. Or if somehow in 10 years that thing keep going up, that Bitcoin gonna be worth $1 million one day. You can get $1 million on a free giveaway. I hope I win that thing, man. Anyway, let me y'all go to the link and get you a ticket. This is that simple. Let's talk about this this woman. So she gets on Stephen A. Smith's show and shows you why people are concerned about the people of the melanin. I personally want to say we ain't no different than anybody else, but I ain't never seen white people get on TV and act like some of these melanated people. Literally, what's his name? That dude is like a fake guru. God, I can't think his name. Dr. Umar Johnson. That fool was on a video the other day that I saw. He literally said there's no reason that black men should be with white women and that they all sellouts and black men can't truly love white women. Black men only get with white women for status purposes. That's what this man said. Imagine if a white person got on any stage in America and said, white women can't really love black men or something crazy because they just want them for one reason because they dumb and ignorant and stupid and they should never be with a white woman. Like people would lose their minds. And when I played this clip, I want you to imagine just for a second that she white and she's saying the opposite about black people. And tell me if you think she would even be on this channel. Roll the clip.
To me, I just feel like all the shit is being revealed now. Trump brought out all those people who really are racist because most white people are. They just don't understand that they have that microaggression Y'all mostly are. You don't even understand some of the racist shit you do, and by accident, just from being a white entitled motherfucker. Seriously, and that shit's starting to show now, and it's getting so bad. Like, oh, we don't want you to see your history and all of that. I think people are just waking up to the shit that's been going on, and now we're waking up.
What do you think? I mean, do you think there's this
Hold on
current sort of the extreme of what you're?
Was this on Stephen A, or this is the one with him? Wrong clip. Was that the wrong clip? Sorry for the language. I guess Nick fell and bumped his head this morning and forgot to edit out that. I think that's the wrong. Is that the clip or not? Well, go ahead and play the clip. I hope it's not too much more cussing. So this is not the one that she had with Stephen A. Smith. This is one that she had with Gavin Newsom. And the fact that these white people be doing too much. The fact that this white man is even entertaining the fact that she's saying all this negative stuff about white people, which is racist, is beyond me. Roll the clip.
You're just saying, and sort of distillation in the last few years, I sense in particular, was a reaction to George Floyd. It was sort of a reaction,
right,
sort of in that sort of COVID framework. I mean, this is sort of the boomerang that really exposes it at a whole nother level.
Yeah, I think that COVID fucked us up. I think that when we had that pandemic and was inside for a little while, I think that some of us lost our fucking mind.
All right, and I can't do it. I can't do the cussing no more. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry about the cussing. We can't do that. I thought the lady I thought she was reasonable. That gorilla, Manila gorilla. I'm not saying she looked like a gorilla. I'm just saying her attitude is like one. All right. But anyway, we gotta move on from that one. But the bottom line is just listen to how these people are talking and listen to the way they frame reality. Trump supporting Americans are not racist people. I have never met a truly racist person a day in my life, and maybe they can conceal it well, but I haven't met a racist person in my life. I've met people who have been racially insensitive. I met people who are, they just don't understand how to talk to other people and it comes across wrong. But I have not met a person that genuinely said, I don't like black people at all, and they white. And why? Because they black. I don't like be around N-words. I don't even know if I've been around a person like that. Maybe in their personal life they say it, but it's not pervasive enough to make a difference in society. I have never gone to a restaurant and somebody didn't serve me or something because I'm black. I mean, I've never experienced that stuff. And I've been all around the country. I've been in the South. I've been in the North, the West, the East. I mean, I'll be more worried somebody not serving me because I'm a Trump supporter than because of the color of my skin. More than likely, I may get discriminated against because I'm a conservative, not because somehow I'm black. I have never had a white person not provide an opportunity to something because of the color of my skin. If anything, it's really black people hurt black people, and they just blame white people. Like, for instance, today I had to let somebody go. Well, they were a temp worker. I had to send them home because they were stealing. Now, tell me, I'm just putting it in perspective. All the years, people working down there in the warehouse. Why come the first person that steal from me, like legitimately stealing, we caught him stealing stuff, tucking it up on his shirt, was another brother. His direct supervisor is a black guy, and I own the company and I'm black. Why would a brother steal from another black man? But yet the white man is the problem. I don't get it. I don't get it. So anyway, I'm not gonna get too crazy about it, but my own boy got caught stealing, man. I gave him an opportunity, and he needed a little money. Brought him in, let him work. Told him, you can stay the whole week, man. We'll have you keep coming back. Just keep coming back, keep working, keep doing things. Homeboy putting shirts on stealing stuff, and putting our stuff on his shirt. We caught him. We got cameras in here everywhere. I don't know what is he thinking. And then we asked him, man, what you doing? Oh, man, y'all had so much stuff in here. I thought y'all didn't care. Well, if you thought you didn't care, why you got it tucked under your shirt? We don't care, but you're going to tuck it under your shirt. I can't believe that boy stole from me today. And the funny thing is, man, a little T-shirt, a hoodie, bro, I'd have gave it to you if you needed it. If you wanted the thing, I'd have just gave it to you. How you gonna lose your job? Technically, it's gonna go on your record that you got. You better not ever have a reference because I'm gonna tell them you stole from me. You could never work with the agency anymore. Never work with me anymore. Lost your reputation, and all you got to have was a couple shirts that I would have given to you. Anyway, we can go down a rabbit hole on this, but I got to get out of here. I got to get on a plane, man. One day I'm going to get a live stream where it's unobstructed, but I got to get on an airplane to go see my family. I got to get the boys ready, and my little 3-year-old is a nut, so I got to get him ready. Hopefully he can be cool and calm collecting on the airplane, because I don't like when kids act up on the airplane. I don't like it. It make me nauseous. But if he got something he can play games on, give him a couple gummy worms, I think he'll be fine. But I want to tell you guys about one more thing before I get off of here, and that is the Angel Tree campaign. This is purely two things I want to accomplish by showing you this. One is I want to congratulate every single person that supported us in the Angel Tree campaign, first of all. Second, I want us to get to our goal, which we have plenty of time to do, but I want to see how much we can dominate the goal to get to where we need to get. All right. So let me show this to you. And anybody that want to give, I think somebody gave a super chat to give, and I'm gonna calculate the super chats, and I'm gonna give another donation on behalf of all of y'all. All right. But please don't give it in a super chat. I need you to give it through here, because super chat, technically YouTube takes like 40% of a super chat. So it's not going to go directly to this. It's going to be like short at 40% for no reason. So just so you guys know, I run this campaign every single year. It's a tremendous blessing. We just started working with Prison Fellowship like 2 years ago. We found out this year that we could actually be a partner. So come next year, we're going to be a partner with them in the sense of we're going to get all the gifts collected here at our headquarters, and we're going to have people come and volunteer to pack the gifts and everything and have them available for the families to come pick them up. I'm so excited. It was just too late to do it this year, but next year we're going to have some of you guys come in here and help us package the gifts, and then you'll be able to see the families that come in, that when they actually get the gifts for Christmas, it's so impactful. But what I need you to do is the goal is that there's children whose parents are incarcerated, and these parents are working with Prison Fellowship, so they're up and up, right? They're good parents. They love their kids. They're involved. You know, they're trying to activate and do well with society. Prison Fellowship is a Christian, you know, they advocate for Christianity, the gospel of Jesus Christ, so they're working with the parents. But the kids are not experiencing the Christmas like we all get, right? Most of us that we have parents that give us gifts, and we feel special and all of these things. These kids don't have that opportunity, but we are going to give them the opportunity. $30 per kid. You get them a gift, a Bible, and also a special letter from their parent who's incarcerated. Right now, we're almost at 2,000 kids we've been able to help. We started out at 1,300. We blew past that in the first, week. So we upped it to 4,000 because that's the goal that I think that we hit a couple years ago, and we want to see if we can do it again. We're already halfway there. We're not even 2 weeks into this thing, but I know that we can do it. Just imagine helping 4,000 kids. 4,000. That's a lot of kids getting a gift. 4,000. Let's get to that. I said this yesterday on a live. We were at 1,600? And I said I want us to get to 2,000, I think, during that live stream. If we can just get from 1,900 to 2,000. It wasn't 2,000. It was 1,600 to 1,800, something like that. But I want us to get to 2,000. Can we help 2,000 kids? That's only 30 more kids added just off of the people that are watching this right now. If we can do more, that'd be great. If we can get to 4,000 off this live stream, that'd be great. So all you got to do is give as God has purposed in your heart. Last thing I say, because I always want to say this, because I'm never the person that won't beg you for money. Because if you give and your heart ain't right, you might as well not give nothing. This is only for the people who want to bless somebody else and want to be a blessing, in God's kingdom. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. We don't have to pump and prime. It's only for the people that have it to give and the people that want to give sincerely from their heart. $150 can help 5 kids, $300 can help 10 kids, $600 can help 20, so on and so forth. Last thing I'm gonna say, because I almost forgot to say this, right? One of my friends gave $5,000 and I matched his giving, which was some of our first gifts. So I matched with $5,000. And so if anybody want to match that, fair game. We're going to do something special for people that match the $5,000. Just know I haven't planned it out yet. And we're thinking about a dinner or something here with me in Arizona. If you can match $5,000 with the rest, with me and my friend or whatever. And so anybody that matched $5,000, we're going to do something special for you. And we might just try to pick somebody that just gave generally, because we don't want it to be an obstruction because of finances, because some people are rich and some people are doing the best they can. So if you give, we're going to do something special for some people. But at the end of the day, you're doing something incredible for these young kids. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got to get up out of here. I love you guys. Thank you for watching the show. I'm going to be gone tomorrow, so hopefully I can try to make some videos to put out tomorrow. But I'm going to be with my family, and I'll be back on Monday. God bless you. God bless America. We're out of here.
Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave. I'm a proud